If you're sick of using plastic, but you want the same type of material, check out these new wheat straw plates, cups, and bowls that I purchased on Amazon. These have been a game changer for my family. As you can see, the flooring in my kitchen is tile. So I used to use glass all the time, but then now that we're in this house, I'm so scared to have glass in here because if it just hits the floor in 1 second, it shatters. So what I did was I went ahead and replaced all of our kids' plates and our drinkware with these wheat straw plastic style cups, plates, and bowls. I'm planning to add even more to my collection, but this is what I have so far. These are two different brands, and I'll share links in the description below of where you can purchase these on Amazon. Also, make sure to check out my Amazon storefront because I share so many different kitchen tools and household homemaking items that I love using for my family. But right here, what I have is from the Rova brand. It's W-R-O-V-A is how you spell it. I purchased several sets of these cups. They come in a set of 6, and I think this is 6 or 12. I can't remember, but I'll share a link in the description below. This is a 20-ounce cup. Now, let me share with you why these are so awesome, because unlike plastic, you can actually put boiling hot water like coffee and drinks inside of these cups, and they're totally heat resistant. They also can be put in the microwave and the dishwasher. I've run these through the dishwasher a number of times, and look, they're still in perfect condition. So these are just such a great option for if you like the feel of plastic but you don't want to use plastic anymore. These are made from wheat. Can you believe it? They're made from a grain. So this is the 20-ounce cup. We use this for adult like size beverages. My husband really likes these a lot. And then this is the 12-ounce size from the Rova brand. This is also really great for kids. I found that it's small enough for most kids to be able to hold, and it holds just the right amount of liquid for a child that you might be afraid is going to spill it. Now, another thing that's great are these little tiny bowls. I'm actually using these as snack bowls for the kids. I can put like a small amount of different crackers or chips in here, and I don't have to worry about a whole giant bowl of chips getting spilt. But they can use these a lot. They come in a set. I can't remember exactly either how many. I think it's 6 in the set, and look how cute they are. These also come in different colors too, but I really like this beige color because it does match my kitchen. Now, a different brand is called Visici, and these are really great kids plates. I love that these are divided because then my children really love when I separate the food like that, and it kind of gives me inspiration, to put like veggies, protein, fruits or salad, and like a little dipping sauce section right here. So they've been really loving these, and these are also that wheat straw material as well, and they can be, you can put hot food in them, and they can also be put into the dishwasher. So definitely check out these in my Amazon storefront, and I share links in the description below. And if you're new to my channel, hi and welcome. I'm Veronica, a former professional chef turned homemaker, and I just love sharing the things that I'm using for my family in my home kitchen. So if you like this kind of content, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. Now, if you're wondering how to use your pressure cooker and your air fryer, you've got to check out these really great little guides that I purchased on Amazon recently. These have been a game changer because they're such a quick and easy reference for how to cook specific things in these devices that are actually kind of hard to figure out. These have such a learning curve, the pressure cooker and the air fryer, which is why I'm so grateful that somebody actually took the time to put together these guides. I mean, I don't even know how long this probably took them. It probably took them a long time, but look at how valuable this is. You can see the inside here for the pasta, lentils, and grains section. It gives detailed instructions for if you want things soft, firm, pre-soaked. It actually gives yields, and it gives the liquid to grain ratio, which is so important for instant pot cooking because oftentimes it's not the same amount of liquid that you would use for other different appliances. So here's also for the beef, lamb, and pork. This is how to cook these different foods in the Instant Pot, how much time, if you do a quick release or you don't. I mean, These different little factors really make a big difference when using things like the Instant Pot. Let me show you also the air fryer one. This is the air fryer cooking guide. This one has been really helpful, this baking, desserts, and snacks, because I've been really having a lot of fun experimenting with baking in my air fryer, especially things like canned cinnamon rolls, cake, cookies, and things like that. So this is actually a really great handy tool because it shows the Fahrenheit and Celsius degrees, as well as the approximate time that it takes to cook these items in the air fryer. And then it also has specific things like, I like this frozen section too, because a lot of times I'll use my air fryer to cook frozen food. So it's really nice to know the temperature to set it at and the cooking time. But lastly, let me show you the major perk to these is check out these giant magnets that are on the back, as well as this little hanging feature right here. You could put this like on a nail in your kitchen. But being able to store these on the side of the refrigerator allows me to really quickly check the reference for cook times for these appliances, so that I'm not running around trying to find my cookbooks when I'm cooking. If you're looking for a really cute way to organize your printed recipes, check out this set of 6 binders that I purchased on Amazon. These are 1/2 inch binders. If you're like me and you have so many printed recipes but you don't know how to store them, I found that the best way to do this is actually to have individual binders for each topic. So for example, I made one binder here for breakfast, dessert, dinner, lunch, and then I have one for bread baking. And then I have one specifically about small kitchen appliances. And let me show you the inside of these binders, because what I've been doing is actually using these to store those manuals that come with the small kitchen appliances as well. And also some notes on like some videos that I want to make, and even these really cute Instant Pot pressure cooker guides and air fryer guides. These are a great place to store things like that. So if you're looking for a really great solution for organizing all of these recipes, definitely check out this 6-pack of 1/2 inch pastel colored binders from Amazon. While I'm over here really quickly, I wanted to share with you something that I found as a great compost bin solution. I got these on Amazon in a pack of 2. The other one is white. And this is really great because normally I would have like a compost bin floating around the kitchen, but this thing actually just hangs on any type of lip, like a door or a drawer. And it's so great. And it actually goes into my dishwasher, which makes it really easy to clean. And it holds a decent amount. I thought it was going to be too small, but it's been pretty good. And now I have 2, so I can actually just do a second one if I fill that one up. But now while I'm meal prepping, like right here, I can just throw stuff directly down there, and this has been a game changer. So I'll share a link in the description below to this specific one that I got on Amazon. Well, if you're like me and you like having things on your refrigerator, like your to-do list, your grocery list, and your meal plan, I definitely want you to check out these really awesome dry erase lists. So I purchased these. They came in a pack of 4 magnetic lists, and I was really excited to find these because I start lists all the time, but honestly, I lose the paper, and having this magnetic on my refrigerator is just so easy. Now, if you're also like me and you have different lists for different things, I love that I can title the list at the top there, and then it gives me a nice checklist here for checking off what I need to do. So for example, I have a pantry restock list. This is a running list I keep on the refrigerator so I can show my husband, hey, we need to get some of the sugar, the soy milk, the white dry beans from our bulk storage and bring them up to the kitchen, and I can communicate with him like that through this list. Then I have another list here of things that I wanted to make for meal prep in my nut milk maker. So I have strawberry popsicles and cauliflower soup on this list right here. So I use this as a running list for my meal prep. And then I also have another one here that's blank, and then even a 4th one. So These are just so great. I love the convenience of this. I don't have to run and search for a pad of paper and a pencil every single time I want to make a list. Now this set also comes with 4 magnetic dry erase markers like this, so I can actually stick them onto the refrigerator like that, so I don't even have to go searching for a pen. And then it even has a little eraser tip like that, but it also came with this magnetic eraser. So they really did think of everything when they were doing this, because now I have everything I need to make lists and keep them on the refrigerator. If you're looking for a really simple way to have a grocery list that can stay on your fridge, check out this grocery list that I purchased recently on Amazon. I share this in my Amazon storefront because I've been looking for a really great way to have a grocery list for a long time, but I really don't like having to write out every single thing all the time. I really love having little check boxes where I can just look down the list, check off what I need, and even have little spots to write in extra things that are maybe not on the list. But not only does this save time, but it actually gives me some ideas of things to make throughout the week. It gives me ideas of things to buy, like, oh, apples, bananas, berries, grapes, produce. Gives me ideas for protein, dairy, deli, canned goods, condiments, herbs, spices, baking, cereals, snacks. It even has household items here listed, like toilet paper and tissues, so that you can have it all on one handy list when you go to the grocery store. So definitely check out the links in the description below of where you can purchase this exact magnetic grocery list pad. It comes with 50 pages and it wasn't very expensive, so it was definitely worthwhile for me to just make my grocery shopping so much easier. So thanks to Two Tumbleweeds for making this awesome grocery list.
I recently purchased this pack of SmartTake unbleached parchment paper. It has 200 pieces and it goes up to 450 degrees. This is the 12 by 16 inches. It fits perfectly in my baking sheet right here. So I'm gonna be using this tonight to make these polenta fries, and I love that I don't have to tear a piece of parchment off of a roll. That was such a nightmare. I love that these are already pre-cut and perfectly fitted to my baking sheet here. So if you're looking for a good solution for parchment paper, I highly recommend this SmartTake unbleached parchment paper. And if you don't know about bleaching parchment paper, the reason why they have unbleached parchment paper is because oftentimes they actually will bleach the parchment paper, and then you have toxic chemicals potentially in your parchment paper, and that's pretty gross. So that's why I always try and get unbleached. All right, our polenta fries are done. They're nice and cooked on both sides. Look at that. These are going to be so delicious with dinner. And this SmartTake parchment paper worked really good. It didn't burn and it kept my baking sheet from getting too messy. I love that I don't have to do a whole bunch of scrubbing when I use parchment paper. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you found this useful, and I hope that you subscribe to my channel for more cooking tips and tricks. My name is Veronica. I'm a former professional chef turned homemaker, and I love sharing my recipes and cooking tutorials using a bunch of different cooking tools that I purchase on Amazon. Be sure to check out my Amazon storefront, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.